Dr. Aatul Wadegaonkar is the Senior General Manager of Digital University and Oasis Business Development Program. His illustrious profile includes being the Managing Director of MKCL Jaipur, the General Manager of Educational E-Governance, MKCL, Pune, the Deputy Secretary of Examination Board, Mumbai. He has also been the Deputy Secretary of the Curriculum Development and IT Board, Mumbai. I would like to call upon Dr. Wadegaonkar to deliver his session.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. Thank you. Today, interaction with you is a little bit challenge to me. There are three reasons what I feel is responsible for that challenge. One is this, and it is now four. First is talking to the generation Google. It's a really challenge. I'll quote one small example. Why I have this apprehension. Long back maybe 15 years, one of my students came to me and he said that, please meet my wife. She had some concern about her career. I said, okay, we will have a dinner and in due course of dinner we will discuss it. He said, sir, you had been my teacher and you know what type of student I was. I was a pretty noisy and aggressive student, and still then you could handle us. And my wife, after 3 months, she said that goodbye to teaching, I just cannot continue. I asked my wife, he said, why you don't want to continue? I have seen people continuing in teaching profession for years. What is there in it? She said that the moment I start telling anything, they said, we have seen it on Google, tell me other than Google. So how long I can continue as a teacher when students start asking me, tell me beyond? That is one challenge. Second challenge, I was told that Mr. Sunil Mehta is going to talk about e-factory. I have never worked on shop floor more than about 5 months, and that in 87, 88. That time industry was reasonably in primitive stage. In last 11, 12 years, I am in the IT industry. If I talk about IT industry, which is there very much in your pocket itself. So, talking about IT industry, Industry 4.0 is a challenge. You are keeping it in your pocket itself. Then I thought that let's take a journey. Because when we take a journey, it's not moving from one place to another place. In the process of journey, we interact with so many people, so many environments, so many ecosystem and all that. And that learning helps us to get evolved. So my purpose of today's talk is, I know that the audience is there, right, from teachers to mechanical engineering students, electronics, computers, and I have been leading my life in diverse type of people, teaching profession, IT, mechanical. So I know constraint of each other. So I'll try to be as generic and as reachable as possible to you. And let's try to understand, why we are in 4.0 as such, and how we have come. And what is the purpose of it? Once we understand that, then life becomes very simple. It's just become a numbers only. Can you move the next slide? We are going too long on this. When we say 1.1, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, when it comes that next point, whenever in that next curve we jump, then we call it as next level or next generation as such. We will take a very simple analogy before we go to the, that will please excuse me.
So now we will take a very, very simple example. What we mean by that. Can you go for the next slide, please? If somebody can help you to move to the next slide. What is this? Earlier, when you have to get ice, you have to go to the place where ice is. You have to harvest. Ice harvesting was there. This was 1.0 ice. I'll take simply through life before we go to the industry and society as a second. What is this? Then ice factory was created. So there was location. I have been from this generation, ice factory generation, where ice can be centrally created and फिर वो रिक्शे में ठेले में आपने जाते आते देखना. That is industry or ice 2.0. Let's go to 3.0. ये दरवाजा खोलते तो कुछ सुनाई देगा. क्योंकि हर बार मैं उनके तरफ देखूं तो डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता हूँ. हाँ. 3.0. What is this? Oh, we are 3.0. 3.0. 1.0. Don't go by my hand movement. I am born teacher. I keep on moving my hands. So don't take hands as a signal. I will say next slide. Maybe a little bit monotonous to audience, but these accidents will not happen. 3.0. This is there in your house. Refrigerator. आपके घर में आपके बदल में आ गया. So this is a quantum jump. फ्रिज की साइज बड़ी करने से 2.0 से 3.0 we are not moving. There is a fundamental change in the curve as such. So that is 3.0. Next slide, 4.0 please. Now what is happening here? This is for generation life 3.0. What is that? I'll talk to you. Now the fridge is talking to oven and transferring them in. Husband and wife both are working. They are taking their lunch at the terrace somewhere in their offices, different offices, and looking at the various menus. The type of the sensation gets generated, system captures it, reads it, understands it, and dinner desires are captured of husband as well as wife. They are brought together, checked at the fridge, transferred to the microwave, oven. So this is 4.0 fridge. Same fridge, but purpose is getting different. So it is a quantum jump the way we look at it. So we must understand when we talk about the next generation, incremental changes never fall into the category of next generation. Now this is ice factory. All these things are made for whom? For human being. So we must go through the journey of human being, life 1.0, life 2.0, and life 3.0. Before I jumped into factory 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 and 4.0. So can you take the next slide please? Life 1.0. The biological life when we started. Bacteria से move होते होते animals तक. What was happening as such? It was hardware which was getting evolved. Single cell से multiple cells, and hardware was getting evolved till the point first human being was created. It was life 1.0 only, because nothing quantum has happened. The hardware was getting evolved and upgraded, but there was no transformation in the ecosystem as such. Then we go to the life 2.0 please. Now what is happening here is, when human got into the picture, हार्डवेयर वाज गेटिंग इवॉल्व्ड. हम जब पैदा होते हैं तो किस साइज के होते हैं? वो हार्डवेयर की साइज देखिए और अभी हार्डवेयर की साइज देख लीजिए आप. It has nothing to do with the size of the moon. So that is, what does it mean is that hardware is getting evolved in 2.0. But what is happening is software is getting designed. जब लोग एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरैक्ट करते थे, that interaction is a soft communication. And that has created societies. So software was getting designed. So till the time the hardware is getting evolved and software is getting designed, the same philosophy, incremental changes only. So life 2.0 is going to be there. Is there something like life 3.0? Will you please next slide? Life 3.0. What is happening is that hardware as well as software both are designer baby. इस रंग का, इस ऊंचाई का, इतने IQ का, इतने ग्राम का, इस स्पीड से चलने वाला नेक्स्ट जनरेशन का. So that is doing what? The hardware is getting designed. Similarly, software is getting designed. So this is life 3.0. Now there is one side life 3.0, there is another side industry. Why is the industry? Industry is there to cater the requirement of life 3.0, nothing beyond. There is nothing beyond. All this is सब किसके लिए किया हुआ है? इंसानों के लिए. It means what? All these industrial revolution need to be connected with life evolution, and then because of this evolution, what are the challenges that are coming before us? How we are going to meet it is going to be the focus of my talk hereafter, that sir. Will you please move to the next slide? We talk about industrial revolution. There are various definitions as such. When to call a revolution as such? Rifkin suggests that whenever the energy revolution and communication revolution, they two converge, independently grow हो रहे तब तक कोई बात नहीं. The moment they converge, that is the industrial revolution. What was the first industrial revolution? If you check the next slide, please. What happened here? Just see that. Printing machine and steam engine. When they started working together, the literacy level was, otherwise किसी पंडित के पास ही हुआ करता था और उसी से ट्रांसफर होता था. वॉइस से ट्रांसफर जितना हो गया. अभी वॉइस कमांड से चलती है वो बात अलग है. But that time it was first independent. It was first freedom. So that was, and similarly human power was taken over by machine power, steam engine. So that was the first revolution. That was the first time when humankind has different way of leading life. That was industrial revolution number 1. Will you please go to the next slide? Second revolution in 20th century, electrical communication converged with oil powered. So automobile industry as such. When they converged, the life became altogether different, if you can see that. Probably from this point onward you have seen the life. Life 3.0. Next slide please. Now this is your generation. When internet and energy, these two nets are going to converge, that is going to be called as third industrial revolution. We have literally not gone through the entirety of third industrial revolution. We have entered into it in pockets as such. At the same time, fourth industrial revolution, it is for the first time which is happening is that third and fourth industrial revolution are probably moving almost together. If you go to the next slide please. Next slide. This is happening. Physical, digital and biological systems again are converging. So these two revolutions are going hand in hand as such. And under such circumstances, it is we, the human civilization, we have to go through, deliver, survive and take the planet to the next level as such. We'll go to the next slide please. Just a small picture and representation of what we mean by industrial 1.0. Next slide please. Electrical used 2.0. Next slide please. PLC 3.0. Next. And this is what Mr. Venda was talking about, 4.0 as such. Now, what to do with this? Will you please go to the next slide? This, Mr. Mehta is the authority as such to talk about. These are various components pictorially represented. What does it mean by industry 4.0 as such? Next slide please. So what is the purpose of industry 4.0, industrial revolution 4.0 and life 3.0? Let's talk about this because the younger generation which is sitting before me has to lead provide the leadership in convergence of these three areas as such. Next slide, please. Our generation has created some grand challenges for younger generation. Let me quote them because we are responsible for that. So let me take the responsibility and put the challenges. And it has been the tradition that older generation creates challenges and younger generation meets them. How you are going to meet them and what part I can play, the other generation, that we will take up as such. Now these are disaster resilience, energy, environment, food. Let's talk about first now because it has been very recent as such. Kerala floods, all you know? Not. Are you aware of? मोबाइल पे न्यूज़ अपडेट आया होगा उतना तो पता होगा forcefully. Let's say what if you critically analyze that disaster, had Tamil Nadu better control the discharge in their dam, probably this disaster could have been on the lower side. Mehtaji's machines are talking to each other, our dams are not talking. Had dams talked to each other, probably this disaster could have been very, very lower side. So that is how you have to think about. When we talk about Industry 4.0, we talk not too much about the machines and equipments and everything. But all these are for human beings. So let's look at it from different perspective. I will try to give you a different perspective of 4.0 as such. Similarly, energy, daily, petrol ke bhav, diesel ke bhav. It means what? It is going to be a big challenge which we have created as such. Next is environment. How many people feel that you should have mask? बुर्की की संस्कृति अपने यहाँ नहीं है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी आप देखिए रोड पे ज़्यादातर लड़कियाँ कब हिजाब पहन के जाती हैं. It is the environment pollution we created as such. So this is another challenge. You want to show your face, but environment is not allowing you to do it. Something like that. So this challenge we need to meet. Next is food. What we are eating, we really don't know. So that challenge we need to meet. Next is next slide, please. Governance. The Kerala example is also a good example of governance also. Two government could not govern the things. And when we talk about good governance, wherever human element is going to be there in governance, there is going to be some self-interest. So if we talk about the good governance, Manav Virahit Shashan is Susashan. So it means only electronically if we can vigilance, then only it is possible. Otherwise, that governance is going to be failure, major failure. That challenge you have to meet with bigger and bigger population as such. Then learning, by the time you learn something and move out, that it is outdated. So learning new things is going to be a big challenge for all of us. These challenges we have to meet through the technology only. Then prosperity, security, shelter, space, water, all these challenges, these grand challenges we have created, and you have to meet it through 4.0 as such. Next slide, please. How to meet these challenges? Earlier, those incremental changes, Prodasa pollution, Bharat 4.0, Bharat 5.0, do you think that it has controlled the pollution? Last month only there was a news. The whatever nature has provided, we have consumed for entire in the month of August only. So here after August से लेकर March तक जो हम consume कर रहे हैं, we are depleting the natural resources. To that extent we are harming it. Can it be changed by incremental Bharat 4.0, 5.0 emission norms? Cannot. So we have to quantum jump. We have to think exponentially straightly. What is that? Please next. This is one more term called recently, moonshot, you may be aware of. Moonshot in the technology context is an ambitious, exploratory and groundbreaking project undertaken without any expectation of near-term profitability, benefits and also perhaps without full integration of potentials and risk and benefits. 10 साल पहले जिन्होंने गूगल मैप बनाया था, उनको पता था क्या उबेर आने वाला है, ओला आने वाला है, स्विगी आने वाला है. They never thought of this. But that is how these moonshot technologies are to be tapped and understood to solve these grand challenges as such. Next slide, please. It means what? Making something 10 times better. If we adopt that approach, then only these grand challenges can be met. Meeting 10 times better or cutting the cost by half. Next slide, please. So we have to meet, if you want to elevate these challenges, we have to go through exponential technology and exponential growth as such. But what does exponential growth or exponential technology? We will take up in the coming slides. Next slide, please. Many of the electronic students, they are aware of this. And it has been happening without fail for so many years. Next. What is exponential? When anything gets double in speed and power every year or cost by half, then only we call it under the category of exponential. Rest everything is incremental only. Next slide, please. What are these exponential technologies? Many of these Mr. Mehta has narrated. I will just read them. AI, augmented and virtual reality, data sciences. Next slide, please. Digital biology, biotechnology, medicine, nanotechnology, network computing, robotics, autonomous vehicles. Next slide, please. If you want to represent them in pictorial form, probably these are the various exponential technologies. Internet of Things, Internet of Everything, we are moving towards that. Next slide, please. What are the characteristics of these exponential technology? We must understand before we exploit them to the fullest for the meeting these grand challenges. These are some of the important characteristics. First is they are digitized. Second is they are very disruptive in nature. Third is they are destructive in nature. Fourth, they dematerialize. Fifth, they demonetize. And sixth, they democratize. This is happening before us. All of you are enjoying that. Will you please go to the next slide? We'll talk about these and how these are day-to-day affecting. I'll quote some examples so that you can correlate what sir was saying. You have to innovatively use it. Everything you cannot think about very high end and everything put together. Just incremental, innovative thoughts of existing technology that can make changes. I'll quote some of the examples so that you will try to be in a mood to think in a different way. Now, everything is sharing. We'll talk about the fourth point onward. WhatsApp and Keymaker. I'll share one of the very good example which happened with one of my colleagues. We are in IT industry and my organization, Maharaj Knowledge Corporation, we are working for last person first. Whatever last person is required, we work on that only, and it is for masses only, not for classes. One of my colleagues, he promised his wife that I'll come in time. This is the promise we IT industry give quite frequently to our family members and failed to meet. He failed. He went back to his home at around 9:30 or 10 p.m. और फिर उसके बाद जो करना पड़ता है वो उसने किया. खाने के बाद मिसेस को कहा चलो अपन आइसक्रीम खाने चलो. They both of them, and it was नाराज तो थी पत्नी, ये भी परेशान था. अब जब दो व्यक्ति परेशान हो तो कुछ न कुछ गलतियां. What happened? Both of them went along with their kid out and latched without taking key. Latch was, gate was locked. After taking ice cream, they searched for, and it was not there. It was about 11 p.m. What to do? JD, just dial. They make a call to just dial. Immediately few SMS and one call came. मोहसिन भाई बोल रहा हूँ चालू वाला. ठीक है आप आ जाओ यहाँ. कौन से जमाने में रह रहे हो? रात की 11 बजे मुझे आपके घर का पता कौन बताने वाला है? लोकेशन शेयर नहीं कर सकते मोबाइल पे. Then he shared the location. Thereafter he said, ठीक है आ रहे हो क्या? आ रहे हो? मैं क्या चाबियों का गुच्छा लेके आऊँ? जाइए घर के सामने से ताले का WhatsApp फोटो भेजिए, so that I can bring minimum number of keys to open that. So this is disruptive technology used by a common man. Simple mobile phone can eliminate a warehouse requirement. There was a fishing station near seashore. मछलियां पकड़ते थे, जितनी बिक गई बाकी खराब हो जाती थी. And consultant from industry, they suggested that you construct a big warehouse so that whatever is not sold can be kept in the cold storage and later on can be sold. The villagers said that we cannot have such a huge investment. The moment mobile came, what they started doing? मछलियां तो पकड़ रहे हैं लेकिन तालाब में ही वो समुद्र में ही रख रहे हैं जाले में. जब मिस कॉल आ गया तो एडिशनल मछलियां जा रही. तब तक वो वही मेंटेन है. There is, this is 4.02 mobile used for fishing. You cannot connect this way. But if you are innovative, probably you are there to take fullest advantage of technology for generations. That is how you have to look at it. Sometimes you become too sensor sensitive. That happiness is also, derived through apps only. Happiness, A-double-P वो bracket में आ जाता है. Without app you cannot be happy, something like that. So we have to come out of that. Let's take penalty. Yeah, this is my personal example. My driver took my car with my family, and he was enjoying the drive. Bandra Scenic Road. He was enjoying high speed, and after some time he got a WhatsApp. After 7 days he got a WhatsApp. This is your vehicle, this is your speed, and this is your penalty. Fine. So otherwise it was difficult. Recently you could have read the news also that those who went for passport, they would see कि आपने 12 traffic rules तोड़े हैं, जाके पहले penalty होती है, then come for passport. So this is how technology can be used for governance also. Younger generation have to be more innovative instead of getting bogged down with the technology and their cost and apprehension about where from it will come. It can come from your heart also. Similarly, flight radar. Have you used this app, flight radar? Any of you? What does it tell? Can somebody tell me? Where is the flight in the sky when it is going to land? Most of the time people think that it is for those who are in flying. तो flight radar बेचारे ड्राइवर को फ्लाइट से मतलब है, उसको तो जहाज ही नहीं, हवाई जहाज देखा ही नहीं, वो तो पार्किंग में खड़ा रहता है. But it is more useful for the drivers. When my boss is going to come, driver is concerned about it. लेट आता है तो गाली खाता है, जल्दी आता है तो पार्किंग के लिए जगह नहीं ढूंढना. What he can do? He can have a flight radar app downloaded in his mobile. He knows when the flight has taken off, by what time it is going to come, the driver is going to be there in time. So we have to think about the mass personalization of these advanced and artificial intelligence technologies. If we are not thinking, then probably we are going to fail in 4.0 and 3.0 like both. Next, they are very deceptive in nature. पता ही नहीं लगता कब वो they take up. Mobile, we never thought that it is going to be so intensely taking up. Internet, we never thought of. So many things which are coming through deceptive technologies. Now we cannot imagine life without it. Next, they changed the rule as such straightway. कैमरे का रोल बनाने की कंपनी कहाँ गई, we really don't know. So many things. The ownership is going to move to the shared economy. We are talking about increasing the production of automobiles, but we really don't know how many are going to buy it. Sooner or later, it is going to be Uber. It is going to be Ola. So Uberization has been the term now, because whatever is to be shared, not to be owned as such. Next, what is happening? Size has been reduced to such an extent, dematerialized. Small example and tell you. Small example. अभी शिवाजी महाराज की एक सीरियल चल रही है, मालूम है आपको? शिवाजी राजे इस किले से उस किले जाते थे तो इतनी बड़ी तोप से गोले फेंके जाते थे कि reach safely. Now one missed call is good enough to communicate whether Shivaji has reached safely or not. What does it mean? Dematerialization. Very little material, literally no material is required as such. That is the power of exponential technology. We have to see that, we have to visualize that, how we can use it correctly. Next, this you are fully aware of. The Param supercomputer, the power which it was having, its 10 times power is there in your mobile right now in your pocket. The size, the Param computer was a room size computer, and now it's 10 times powerful is there in your pocket. The size is more just because you want a bigger scale, but otherwise it can do with even smaller and smaller size also. Next. So these are the grand challenges world is going through, and it is you who has to meet through these exponential technology, the industrial 4.0 approach and life 3.0 approach. Will you go to the next slide, please? I have specifically taken how health sciences problem can be taken up, because this we go through, everybody has to go through, irrespective of branch. Mechanical wale kam bimar padenge, electronics wale zyada, there is nothing like that. So it is branch independent example, equidistant for all branches. That is why I have taken this specific example. Let's see how technology can transform it. Please. Now, if the sensors are there, we can really measure it and prevent many health disasters as such. Yesterday, when we were sitting in a meeting, one of our colleagues is too gadget sick. Use this watch, that watch, all those, and all are in sync. He saw mobile yesterday at 1:45 p.m. My heart rate was 190. I was not running. Normally during running, it is 180, 190. Then he recollected there was a chess competition in lunch break, and at that time he was seriously thinking about something. तो सोचने से भी हार्ट बीट कितनी दूर जा सकती है, सोचना कितना उस आदमी ने कि स्मार्टफोन ने उसे बताया. So that is how health and smartphone are connected. Many of you might be using Fitbit, and it tells you, you may not be following, but it keeps on telling you that do this, do that. Today you have finished your quota of walking, all those things. Next slide, please. This is happening too much. The digital footprint of emotions. How this is going to be connected? Whatever good or bad happens, you reflect it on Instagram, reflect it on Facebook, communicate with WhatsApp. If they are put together on a single frame, किससे मिलने के बाद आप ज़्यादा परेशान होते हो, किससे मिलने के बाद ज़्यादा खुश होते हो, उसके पास पूरा ही रिकॉर्ड. And analytically, that footprint can tell what this well is going to do next time. And accordingly, whether we have to help him in depression, whether sensitivity supported by sensitivity, and we can do the geofencing, इसके बाहर जाएगा ही नहीं, and that accident can be avoided. Next, this we have now. Because when we want to use any system, anything, we need to have an ecosystem also. So when we talk about the exponential technology, we should have exponential type of organization also. Otherwise, ecosystem we cannot deliver it. So what is the exponential organization? Organization those strongly believe in scale 10x rather than 10% approach. So when you are looking for a job, you have to think that whether the organization fall in the category of 10x or 10%. 10% organizations are dinosaurs. They are going to sooner or later going to vanish. As simple as that. Next one, please. This also we must remember. Technology is exponential, but human are linear. But our thinking is exponential. So to bridge this gap of technology and human linearity, the thinking, which is exponential, is to be judiciously used to bridge it, to take it, to meet the challenges, the grand challenges we are going through as such. Will you go for the next slide, please? And we have reached to a stage where no problem cannot be solved when the apply appropriate exponential and innovative tools and techniques. We have reached to that point. Only thing is that you have to look at it from that way. Next point, please. This we are, day-to-day life we are going through. If we think linearly, we are beautiful. Next, please. The more you think exponentially, the stresses which are developed are going to get reduced. One simple example I'll tell you. You and your grandfather both are traveling in a vehicle. Grandfather is going to every time बाहर खिड़की निकाल के कुछ और सही रास्ते पे जा रहे हैं, सही रास्ते पे जा रहे हैं. He is going to developing stress. Whereas you are on the Google map, you are fully confident I am going to reach there in time and in the right place also. So that stress buster, if we appropriately use exponential technology, it can be. Next please. Now how to meet these challenges? How to meet these challenges? Just for this is for younger generation. Please look at this slide very seriously. If you follow it, probably many of your problems are going to be solved. I'll quote some examples in coming slides. See differently, think differently, and do differently. What does it mean? Next slide will tell you. What is this? First is a bag. Second is wheel. From human civilization, these two things were there. लकड़ी की बैग थी, मेटल की बैग थी, लकड़ी के चक्के थे, मेटल के चक्के थे, टायर आ गए. But only 20 years back, we have stroller bag. Two things were there, both were there. But the only thing we were not able to see differently, we were not able to think differently, and we were not able to act differently. The moment we get into that mindset, lot many solutions to our problems are evolved. This is called as design thinking. You all have to, when we are evolving any solution, we have to go through design thinking approach, empathize with the end user, then only you are going to deliver best to the society and meet the grand challenges as such. Next slide please. What is this? This is ICU of an hospital. It has derived the principles from two industries. One is airline industry and second is hospital industry. Hotel industry. Hotel industry में छोटे से कमरे में almost everything is there. And in airlines, if you travel through business class, the seats are there. If you merge these two concepts, then a modular or cellular manufacturing sort of thing, this is a cellular ICU only. All the type of comfort is provided and patient himself can see everything. It's a question of marrying two concepts only with an open mind, think differently, see differently, and act differently. Next. I quoted one problem which was water problem. Drinking water, fresh drinking water, potable water is one of the biggest challenges. If we can provide through nanofilter, ये ऐसी पिचकारियाँ देके अगर देते हैं, तो it can filter it and they can drink a pure water. It's a question of thinking it. They are playing and drinking water, but by the time this can be used, Indian military, they have developed nanofilters, pouches. Now we are giving it to the masses. So such type of innovation can solve the problems. Every time you need not require to think too much of it. Nanotechnology is there, how to use it, it is left with you. Next. These are the mobile apps for all types of agriculture solutions. If that can be provided to the farmer, probably many of the food related issues, agriculture related issues, can be addressed through exponential technology. Next. This is Jugaad technology. Not exponential, but thinking is exponential. हम लोग पानी पी के बॉटलें फेंकने में इतने माहिर हो गए, अगर वो बॉटलें इकट्ठे करते तो ड्रिप इरिगेशन is readily available. The concept drip irrigation you have to think. How to deliver is a different ballgame. We have to think differently. That is very, very essential in Industry 4.0 as such. Next slide, please. Now, I have to tell you that where from I have derived this all presentation. My approach to today's presentation was that whatever you can Google, you can Google. but the relationship between the various things cannot be Googled, cannot be created. So what my attempt was to, whatever is available in Google, to present you in the right context, in the connected way, so that you can take and meet these grand challenges. Some of these references you may find useful. This I have referred while making this presentation. One is Homo Deus, Sapiens, Life 3.0. Next slide please. Zero marginal task, third industrial revolution, and 21 lessons for 21st century. Next. Future of competition and a whole new mind. Next. These are some of the papers which I have referred. You can also go through that. Next slide please. Next slide. The Google is also being referred extensively here. And singularuniversity.org, you must visit this. They are doing a lot of research on Industry 4.0 as such. And this is the slide which you are waiting. It's there. Thank you very much. I hope I have finished in an hour that was given to me. What is the time now? Yes. So almost I could break it by the schedule which was given to me by our manager. Thank you so much. Now I'm there for taking up your questions. Before we take up a question, let me put you in the right frame of mind of asking question. Because our generation has failed in asking right questions. Where we are because we have not asked right question at right time. And we have been trained like that. एक छोटा सा किस्सा बताता हूँ मैं आपको. Please bear with me. Its beauty. If I express in Hindi, will be better. And then you ask questions. Because after you ask questions, probably I may not be able to interrupt you to suggest you that what type of question should be asked. एक बार एक क्लास में 3 मुर्गियां रहती हैं और वो टीचर के ने खरीदी हुई रहती है और टीचर वो काम जो स्वीपर रहता है उसको कहते हैं कि ये मुर्गियां लेके मेरे गांव चले जाओ, गांव में बेच दो। अब वो स्वीपर जो औरत है वो आखिरी बस जो 6 बजे की है उसमें बैठ के वो मुर्गियां लेके निकल जाती है बस। मुर्गियां लेके बस में बैठते कंडक्टर कहता है जानवर पक्षी बस में अलाउड नहीं, नीचे उतरो। वो बुढ़िया कहती है कि नहीं आप मुझे बैठने दो, ये आखिरी बस है, रात हो गई, मैं नहीं जा सकती। नहीं बोले नियम आपको उतारना पड़ेगा। ये कहानी यहाँ खत्म हो गई। छोटे बच्चों को ये कहानी बताई गई ऐसे स्कूल में। अब टीचर से कहा गया कि अब ये तो स्टोरी बता दी गई, बच्चों से पूछिए आप सवाल। तो टीचर ने पूछा बुढ़िया के पास क्या थे? मुर्गी, बतख, बकरी। इट इज व्हाट नोन फ्रॉम नोन। सवाल क्या पूछा जाना चाहिए था कि सच में बुढ़िया को उतार दिया गया क्या, या कंडक्टर ने ऐसा क्यों कहा? Had these questions been asked, probably it would have been a knowledge creation. कि कंडक्टर से उसने क्यों उतारा? इसके पहले उसने एक बार रख लिया था तो इंस्पेक्टर आ गया था, उसने कहा तूने कैसे उतारा? उसको पुराना अनुभव था, किसी ने कुत्ता लाया था इसलिए वो काट दिया था, इसलिए वो नहीं मना कर रहा था। So this type of open type of question, if you ask, probably that will benefit us. Whatever I have told you, if you further ask that, probably वो मुर्गी वाला ही सवाल हो जाएगा कि मुर्गी थी कि बदक था कि क्या। So when you are asking questions, my humble request to you is that let's be open-ended. I may not be knowing the answers. We will evolve the answers. What is wrong in it? I don't know everything, but some of us can create right answers, and that is what the purpose of meeting here. It's not one-way transfer from my side to your side or from your side to my side. So while asking questions, please be as open-ended as possible, so that we can co-create some knowledge here. Questions, please.
स्टोरी
नहीं, ये इसका मकसद आपको सवाल पूछने से हतोत्साहित करना नहीं था. He didn't wanted to, demoralize you or prevent you from asking question. But the basic purpose of asking questions should be intuitive rather than informative. Because all those informative type of question you can ask to the Google and it will answer more correctly and precisely than me.
Maybe I'll give a try. First of all, let me actually put it like this, that with the kind of story you started, narrating a story of your own student, that maybe what next I can tell to the students who are in the generation of Google, and the kind of presentation you made, make us understand that instead of maybe life of Google, we can still present something meaningful to the students from where they can take some meaning and decide their path. Maybe in your presentations I've seen that various challenges which probably our generation have kept for these students or created for these students to meet. I was reading one of the documents where Dr. Hawkins told that you make colonies out of this, so that because he saw that the kind of maybe this all industry, you can say, or the technology, the exponential growth you have shown that it is going exponentially where humans are going maybe just linearly, and there is slight possibility that our own existence is something which is questioned, and if we have colonies out of it, maybe human would still be there as maybe a person or species. Now, I would like to understand these all challenges which we have kept. Do you foresee that even after this maybe industry 4.0 or maybe 5.0, after that, these challenges are going to get multifold, where a challenge of our own existence would be there to discuss in such forums after maybe few years, few generations or something like that?
Well, I have my own version. Two things we have to very clearly understand. Human intelligence and non-human intelligence, they have to complement each other. To whatever extent artificial intelligence is going to come, it is going to come, it is going to automate the things. But still then, there is going to be general intelligence or human intelligence. जैसे नदी के दो किनारे होते हैं, एक साइड आप ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस ले लीजिए, दूसरे साइड नॉन ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस ले लीजिए, and life is a river. So sometime the river is going to be pretty broad, sometime it is going to be narrow, but river is going to flow, life is going to flow. That is typically my perception. Now we have to see how we complement it. These two are not going to meet, that is for sure. If they meet, then there is not going to be any river. They are not going to meet. Sometimes that gap is going to be narrow, sometimes it is going to be wide, sometimes it is going to be different, sometimes it is going to be taking turn. So life is going to be there, 3.0 is going to be there, 4.0 is going to be there. But we have to accept that non-human intelligence is going to be complementary. I'll put it in different way. मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता, न मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता और अमानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता. So our apprehension is that न मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता is artificial intelligence, मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता is human intelligence, अमानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता मानव इस टेक्नोलॉजी का गलत विचार करने लगेगा. ऐसा बहुत ज़्यादा समय तक सब लोग नहीं करते. Ultimately the collective wisdom prevails. So many world wars have happened, but still human civilization is there. So many dictators have been there, but still democracy is taking better and better shape. So we have to understand that मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता, अमानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता and न मानवीय बुद्धिमत्ता. If we clearly understand this, probably this civilization will go to the new heights and new pinnacles as such. This is my own perception about this, the question that you have asked. There can be n number of versions also. My generation is talking to my generation. Can I talk to younger generation? Or I am a disruptive interruption in your life? प्लीज।
एक्चुअली मैं अभी सेकेंड ईयर मैकेनिकल से हूँ
जी।
तो मेरा सवाल ये है कि अभी हमारे यहाँ पे जो पोर्शन में सिखाया जाता है वो थर्ड जनरेशन का है और असाइनमेंट्स होते हैं या फिर ओरल्स होते हैं, मतलब एक्स्ट्रा टास्क होते हैं, तो इन सभी में हम फोर्थ जनरेशन के बारे में कैसे सोच सकते हैं? यानी आपके क्या विचार है कि जो
I suppose that the reason for asking this question are two. First is that after going through my profile, you came to know that I was teacher, so let's challenge the teacher. Second is that I am in the industry, so how you look at from industry the academics. So you know, if you feel like कि आपको बड़ा करने की, आपको सिखाने की सब जिम्मेदारी आपने आउटसोर्स कर दी है, तब तो ये सवाल सही है कि मुझे पढ़ाना, मुझे बड़ा करना, मुझे अच्छी चीज बताना, ये शिक्षक और इंस्टीट्यूट की जिम्मेदारी है, मैंने तो आउटसोर्स कर दिया ना फीस देके। लेकिन जब आपके पास गूगल है, जब पीयर टू पीयर लर्निंग हो सकती है, हम लोग उपलब्ध हैं, तो हमने नए ऑप्शंस खुद खोजने होंगे, क्योंकि समय की मर्यादा में 60 मिनट में 365 दिन में वो गिने चुने सेमेस्टर में क्या किया जा सकता है, इसकी अपनी मर्यादा है। मासेस के एजुकेशन में मास पर्सनलाइज वे में डिलीवर करना होगा, तो पर्सनलाइज एफर्ट्स भी देने होंगे। वी आर वर्किंग ऑन वन स्मॉल टूल व्हिच आई विल शेयर विद यू, एआई टूल। अभी आप हर चीज के लिए यूट्यूब पे वीडियो देखते हैं, कोई भी क्लास में बताया यूट्यूब पे वीडियो देखा, लेकिन सही वीडियो आया कि नहीं इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं। तो व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू इवॉल्व इज अ टूल। आपका सिलेबस HTML में रहेगा, आप सिलेबस के पॉइंट पे स्क्रॉल करते जाएं, और आप अगर ठहरते हैं तो our AI tool will search YouTube and throw before you the best possible file which can be addressing your problem and solution. So humanly addressing your problem is not possible. We have to take shelter of others. So you have to expect teacher as a facilitator, not as an instructor or sage on a stage. कि मैं यहाँ से ज्ञान बांट रहा हूँ, वही आपको सुनना है, उसके अलावा दुनिया कुछ नहीं है। We have to learn, we have to co-create, we have to co-learn. The moment we adopt this philosophy, it will happen. You know, when it comes to project, I'll ask very simple question to you. Project is yours, you have lot of liberty, but still then how many of you buy the project you know? Isn't it? Many of students, they buy the projects. There is a opportunity, you can do it. So if we start blaming each other, I start blaming student कि आप प्रोजेक्ट क्यों खरीदते हो और आप बोलोगे कि आप पुराने जमाने के हो, we are not going to address these challenges. We are together address this, and there are not many technology tools probably which can be addressed. What you said is that amount of assignment and all those things can be reshaped. जैसे वो मुर्गी की वाली कहानी जो बताई मैंने आपको, कि जो किताब में लिखा है वही पूछने के बजाय उसके अलावा पूछने लग जाएंगे तो ये पता है शायद तरीका बदल जाएगा। हम वापस पूछते हैं कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 की डेफिनेशन क्या है, उसके बजाय अगर मैंने पूछा कि आपके जीवन में 4.0 की अहमियत क्या है, एप्लीकेशन क्या है, तो फिर कॉपी की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, मल्टीपल कॉपीज तैयार होगी सॉल्यूशंस की, and probably we will have a better learning. So we have to address that assessment evaluation methodology also judiciously using technology. कोई एक जवाब नहीं है इसका, but these are the various options as such available with us. Next.
Can I add on to the?
Please sir, please sir, please sir.
Yes, at the outset, I'm sorry that I could not attend the inaugural session as well as the first session because I was held up with some quality circle for my media program. Again, that was on the same theme, it was innovation and its applications. I was quite happy to know the question asked by the second year mechanical students. I think you were referring to education 3.0 and now industry 4.0, isn't it? Whereas education and industry, that whatever 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, that should go hand in hand. But my dear student friends, even the technology 4.0, which admits the technology projections which are being developed, those are developed by the academy also, isn't it? It's not that these things have come from somewhere else and now we are adopting that. The outcomes from the academia, all students like you, the faculty like you, they have come up, joined hands with the industry and understanding the issues, understanding the problems, implementing the technology. These improvements are taking place. Nowadays we are asking, we are thinking about augmented technology, virtual reality, IoT applications and everything like that, isn't it? Deep learning, whatever it is. All these things have evolved through the academia, whatever the tools and techniques that we have studied. And the entire purpose is you people are going to be the future leaders. And now the students who have asked is from a second year, perhaps, and that too must be the third semester now. When you will carry on further, fourth semester, fifth semester, sixth semester, you will have plenty of challenges. Understanding the technology as well as taking it ahead, isn't it? So, artificial intelligence, human intelligence, along with that, the emotional intelligence also has to be thought over. And all these things should go hand in hand to solve the problems of the humanity itself. It's not that we are going to address only the physical aspect of it, what we are going to see in the industry, what problem solutions and problem-related solutions are considered, but then you have to take it ahead. What would be the further problem? What are the needs of the people at large? 2020 was vision out, now 2035, 2050, how this life would be. Now we can understand the physical nature and the behavior of the people, but then with this virtual reality, with the augmented reality, you have to understand what the other person might be thinking about, what is going on in my mindset, and how I will react to it. So that kind of technology will evolve further. The base of that is definitely there in your course curriculum. Don't restrict to the course curriculum कि पूरे विद्यापीठ में ये दिया है, बॉम्बे विद्यापीठ में ये दिया है, यहाँ पे ये दिया है. Your human mind is much beyond that. And that has to be, that should focus on the real life problems and application of the technology. Yesterday, I will just share, I'm sorry I'm taking my time. Yesterday, I was with Desert Systems. You might be knowing they are into CATIA software and 3D experience software. Their vice chairman, Mr. Bernard Charles Hankal, and we had that product innovation lab in our college, as well as there are 6 labs in the whole country, out of that 4 labs in Pune. So they have demonstrated one 3D experience environment wherein you can see any real life situation happening worldwide or globally, and you can simulate, you can experience that 3D experience with that software. As if you are solving some industry problem which is happening now, maybe in Boston or Japan or Paris like that. How can you address that? That reality, that can be simulated. So your vision, your thought process about that, you have to extend it as well as possible. It's not required that for solving the industry problem, you have to visit the industry and see the problem and like that. That's a conventional way of doing it. But nowadays, the things are much beyond that, and therefore, I think we should understand this. You people have greater challenges further. And whatever I could not see your presentation, but I know Atul very well. We were earlier colleagues, and I know him well and the things which he's doing. But I'm once again thankful to my student that you have created or you have got this kind of the view of asking questions. Thank you.
Thank you for the enablement in taking ahead the questions. Is there any question? Please.
When we are talking about the exponential thinking part, can we make a platform with help of AI which would tell the individual human if he is going in the right path or not? Because thinking is random and it cannot be controlled, and the exponential thinking can surpass the exponential technology. So can we build a midway platform where we can introduce it with AI and it can help individual if he is been progressing in the path which is correct to reach the point where we can implement the technology?
I'll directly not answer this question. I'll give you one example and you derive the answer. This example is quoted in Homo Deus book. Again, if you permit me, I'll use Hindi and English both so that I can reach to your heart for answering this question. You younger generation, you are co-educated generation, so you have a lot of interaction with, communication with your female colleagues, and female colleagues have interaction and communication with male. तो एक ऐसा ही लड़का रहता है, उसकी 2 सहेलियां रहती हैं और वो फर्स्ट ईयर से है एंड दे आर मूविंग टुगेदर एंड whenever ये एक्स सहेली से मिलता है, जो भी होता है वो फेसबुक पे लिखना आपकी आदत है, इंस्टाग्राम पे डालना आपकी आदत है, वो डाला जाता है। वाई गर्लफ्रेंड से मिलने के बाद भी जो होता है वो डालता है। The Google and Facebook and Instagram, they are interacting with each other. And the past 5 years, 7 years data is there on Google, Facebook and Instagram. What happened when you met X and what happened when you met Y. Okay? अब जब शादी का समय आता है तो बंदा कंफ्यूज है कि X से शादी करूं या Y से। रुकिए। X खूबसूरत है, Y उतनी खूबसूरत नहीं है। नेचुरली इसके मन में विचार आता है कि अपन X से शादी करनी चाहिए, तो वो गूगल को पूछता है मैं X से शादी करूं कि Y से। तो गूगल जवाब देता है मुझे मालूम है तुम्हारे मन में X के लिए बुलबुले फूट रहे होंगे, लेकिन पुराना 7 सालों का इतिहास देखा है मैंने कि जब जब तुम X से मिलके आए हो तुम ज्यादा परेशान रहे हो, तुम्हें ये एगोनी से जाना पड़ा है, उस दौरान तुम्हारे मिलने के वापस आने के बाद कितने लोगों से झगड़ा हुआ है, और वो जब Y से मिल के आए you are quite cool and comfortable, though you feel like you should marry with X, but I suggest you marry with Y. So exponential thinking जैसे है, ये तो पर्सनल लाइफ में अगर आपको गूगल ऐसे बता रहा है, तो these AI tools are going to help you to derive meaning, but ultimately गूगल शादी नहीं करने वाला है, शादी आपको करनी है। Similarly, options AI बताने वाला है, कॉल आपको लेना होगा। That is my way of answering your question.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
Sir, my question was that as we all know, we are entering into, means we are in the industry 4.0. I was more concerned for the working class. As we all know, the industry is automizing. So, and as we are exponentially growing, don't you think there would be a technological war between the working class and the automation sector?
Well, wonderful question. There is no affirmative answer as such. We cannot fully bank on the history also. But whenever the technology has taken up, these questions have been coming. When the very first time computerization of banks was visualized, it was thought that all bank jobs will vanish. Whereas the scenario is bank is running short of manpower today. So whenever any automation takes place, उसकी परिधि में automation की परिधि बढ़ते जाती है तो उसके बाजू में जॉब और ज़्यादा तैयार होते जाते हैं. They are always next level jobs. So we have to upgrade, and women are good at upgrading themselves. That is why we are human beings. Otherwise बाकी सबकी जनरेशन तो खत्म हो गई ना. कितने सारे प्राणी खत्म हो गए, इंसान अभी भी नेक्स्ट लेवल पे उसकी पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रही है. And these are to be addressed in a different way. We have historically, it suggests that technology has always created new jobs and more jobs. Agrarian society से आज तक देखो, पहले agrarian society was the only employment.
Now agriculture is a very small section of employment. So the pattern of employment is going to change. We have to adapt to that. That is very sure. We have to upgrade ourselves. That is happening. जब मैंने अभी चाबी वाले का एग्जाम्पल बताया आपको, तो चाबी वाले ने व्हाट्सएप अपग्रेड कर लिया, पढ़ा लिखा हो मत हो, ही कैन रीड द इमेजेस. आप मुझे बताइए इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन में लिटरेट लोगों की संख्या कितनी है? 60%. मोबाइल कितने हैं? टॉयलेट से ज़्यादा. अगर हम ये सोचते हैं कि पहले सबको पढ़ाएंगे और बाद में मोबाइल देंगे ताकि वो पढ़ के फोन कर सके, तो होता था कि ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. उन्होंने वो नंबर्स को इमेज कंसीडर कर लिया. जैसे वो हाथी देखते हैं वैसे आपका नंबर भी एक है, आपकी शक्ल के साथ वो 0, 4, 6, 8 मैच हो गए. So that is how they have upgraded. So human beings are very good at upgrading themselves, adapting to the things. And I am very sure that this civilization will go to take up all these challenges very, very conveniently, provided again we see differently, look at differently, think differently, and act differently. Right. I think we should call it here. Right. My sincere thanks to each one of you for bearing with me for such a long time. My thanks to my organization also, because whatever I have learned there only. And my thanks to young students also, because it is they who instigate us, motivate us to think differently, act differently, and learn all the time. And thank you to the management of this institute to inviting me for such a wonderful interaction. It was wonderful experience to be with you here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We will have a lunch break of around 35 minutes. The next session will resume at 1 o'clock. I request